What you doing? Tired.
Jay, what are your emotions like after that kind of game, that kind of finish, and what the moment meant for this franchise?
My emotion, I'm tired right now, but I'm excited. I'm happy. The fan base waited a long time for this. I really can't put into words, how much it means to them and how much it means to me. Be able to go out there and lead this franchise and this team to opportunities like that.
You obviously had some success with the 2-minute drill. The overtime was a little bit different. What was that like, just before the overtime? What's going through your mind, and what was it like in that drive?
God blessed me again, gave me the opportunity to go out there and try to win a football game, just like he did last week. It's a lot of ups and downs and adversity in this game that you go through and you go through in life. So you never waver. You stand tall, stand 10 feet down, and, go out there and try to execute the moment.
You walk us through the touchdown to Zach Ertz again.
Yeah, it's man coverage. I knew they were going to keep eyes on Terry. And I knew Zach had a one-on-one, and we repped that so many times. I knew he was going to win on it. He was going to make the catch, and it was going to be game over.
Obviously, you can run. We've seen that all year, but it felt like in the second half and overtime, you were like, I'm going to make plays with my legs and kind of take control in that way. Is that kind of what's going through your mind at all?
Man, I was just trying to make plays and, help the team the best I can to win this football game. So whether that's sitting back there throwing the ball, running, anything, man, I just want to win.
What was Marcus's message to you after that last one?
Stand up, catch your air, get your wind, and go out there and execute. Use your God-given abilities, and let's go win this game.
How'd you feel about your performance overall today?
I could have played better. We're down the red zone. I threw a pick. Just little stuff like that. You're not going to be perfect, but you strive to be that as close as possible.
Jayden, you haven't been here a long time, but have you gotten a sense of how thirsty the fan base is to have a team that goes to the playoffs, that can make deep runs, that goes there every year?
I think, you could just tell through the atmosphere of this game. Like I said, I haven't been here long, so I'm still learning everything, but, I know the fan base is very excited.
Jayden, Dan's talked all year about being able to be in fights and win those fights at the end. How did that serve you guys after falling down in the first half?
The game's not over. It's never over until the clock hits zero. Whether that's in the regulation or it's in overtime, man. The game is never over, so keep fighting one play at a time and, let the chips fall where they fall.
Zach was brought here specifically to be a guy that you could throw to in the red zone. How has that combination kind of come together over the course of the season?
Yeah, man. Zach is an ultimate pro. His story, how he got here, everything he's been through in his life, man, that's not what makes him him. And he's a guy with high character, and, I couldn't be more excited to have him as my teammate, have him as one of my vets, and keep moving forward and learning from him.
Last week you had so many explosive plays through the air. This week it was much more methodical type of game. Is that something you and Cliff talked about during the week, or do you just kind of have to play the game as it comes?
You got to play the game. Those guys watch film. Those guys have game plans. You try to have a sense and an idea of what they're going to do. We try to execute the game plan as best as possible. And, we kind of picked it up in the second half, but we could have played cleaner football from the start, honestly.
And obviously, you knew the explosive element of this offense was going to be a little bit harder without Diami, because he's one of those guys that can take the top off. So what did you guys do to try to create whatever you could throughout the week without him?
Guys stepped up and made plays. OZ had a huge game. Obviously, we want to get Terry involved as much as possible, but, I got to be better. Completing some passes to him. I left some short, left some a little too far. But, that's kind of what practice is for, and, it's always better with a win. And, we got the next step in our next journey coming up.
Jayden, before the game, I was walking around. I saw most of the jerseys in the stands were yours. Can you just talk about what it means for you that this fan base has embraced you this much, and you're kind of their hope at this point?
I don't really have any words. It's kind of crazy just to see my grandpa's last name around this stadium, and the legacy that he set, and I'm able to go out there and continue this legacy at even a bigger stage. So that's kind of a surreal moment for my family, just seeing Daniels in the NFL, everybody wearing the jersey too. So basically, say I'm extremely grateful for that.
Jayden, as a man of faith, can you just talk about sort of how your faith has kind of kept you grounded throughout the course of the season and just a little bit about it?
Yeah, I mean, without him, without the man above, man, it's kind of a roller coaster. I mean, you read the Bible, you read the Word, you can find everything in the Bible for every emotion that you're going through. And that's kind of what we're big on here. You know, we got a lot of guys that are believers in Christ too, and be able to just talk to them about everything and be open with it, and let the world know. You know, I'm a believer in Christ. I'm a follower. You know, it's huge, man. But without him, I wouldn't be in this position at all.
Couple more.
Hey Jayden, you and Zacchaeus have been clicking more and more every single week. Just talk to me about the relationship you've developed with him throughout the season.
Yeah, I mean, you can see more teams are going to look at Terry, and respectfully so, they should. Terry is an outstanding player, so other guys got to step up and make plays, and those guys, countless times and times again, you know, when the ball comes away, they're making plays, they're getting the extra yards, you know, they're making the big catches. So just the practice and how we communicate and day in and day, the daily things that we go through, man, this is kind of what the moments on Sunday bring us to.
Last one. No more.
Jayden, were you thinking a little bit more about your grandfather today, or is that kind of an all-the-time thing?
I mean, it's an all-the-time thing. Obviously, I wish they were still here to experience this and, you know, see everything. I know he would be calling my phone right now, blowing me up and watching him in his room right in front of his bed, watching his TV. So, you know, I think about it all the time, man. But, you know, life is life, and life moves on and moves forward. So, you know, anything I could do to keep his name going, that's what I'm going to do.
Appreciate it, Jay.
Thank y'all.
Thanks, Jayden.